A little bit of a short range here, but 1922 Browning, 32 ACP. Take a look at the target. The gun's, shooting mainly here. These are me.
Overture, curtain lights. This is it, the night of nights. No more rehearsing and nursing a part. We know every part by heart. And now, for your entertainment, I give you 45 Alpha Charlie Papa.
Woo! Hello, everybody!
Yay!
In this edition of What Did He Bring Home Again? Well, it got delivered to the FFL and then he brought it home. So, but we've got what, a 1922 Browning.
Yes.
In 32 ACP or 7
killer
point
32
whatever.
ACP that everybody in Europe, every military, every police department in Europe was in love with.
Yeah, it's like a 22 on steroids, except for bigger.
Well, I'm not too sure it's on steroids, but it's like a 22 in a lot of ways. If you shoot somebody with it and they find out, they
you
get
remember
really
those
pissed.
Germans, they were on all them steroids. And
Oh, that's true. That's true. The Superman.
Superman.
Ah, yes.
So, what do we got here?
Okay. Basically, what you have is the 1910 Browning.
Okay.
The 1910 Browning would have been this gun cut off right about there. Okay? The reason that they put this barrel extension on it was because the Yugoslavians looked at it and said, well, we want a service pistol, but it's really too small for a service pistol. So Browning went and added an inch of barrel and a little doohickey here that's got a little slide dealy here that just is nothing more than a barrel extension.
Okay.
And resubmitted it. And Yugoslavia said, yeah, that's what we were looking for.
That's the ticket.
That's the ticket. You got it. That's pretty much the story of the 1922. And, of course, you will see the evil Nazi commandant or the SS commander with one of these in his holster. And about half the movies that were ever made about World War II, I guess it's just a neat-looking pistol.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's 32 ACP.
It's 32 ACP, that crushing recoil and hitting power. I was once at a falling plate event, and I took the 1907 Droyce, which was also 32.
Yeah. And this was a military service pistol falling plate event, right?
Yeah.
So you had to have a military service pistol.
So the guys out there with the 45s, of course, they're hitting the place and going bang, clank, bang, clank, bang, clank. And the guys with the 9mm are going bang, clank, bang, clank, bang, clank. And I get up there with my 32 and it went pink, pink, pink. Would knock the plates over. I was really impressed.
Yes.
I mean, the 32 impressed me that day. What stopping power! What crushing recoil! But this was, it's just another one of the World War II pistols that it's got the Waffen-Amps on it, and
which is the only reason you bought it, right? Because you wanted the evil gun, not the.
Well, yeah,
you didn't want the normal, Yugoslavian.
Well, the 1910 gun would have been interesting because Precept used the 1910 to shoot the Crown Prince of Austria-Hungary and started World War I.
Okay.
Now, a lot of people will tell you that he used the 1900, but the recent history I've read has kind of debunked that because they actually were able to trace 1910s that went to those guys. So, the story has kind of changed. So rather than 1900 Browning, it's now the 1910 Browning, which again is this without the barrel extension on it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, it's a pretty unremarkable blowback 32, like so many of them. That
And as with most Browning designs, it's
and
good looking.
Yeah, it's
decent.
it's
Looking, yeah.
nice looking gun. It has got a grip safety, and just the grip safety, nothing else. You do have to really squeeze it when you're shooting it, but that's well, I'm sorry, it's got safety on the side.
Yes,
I forgot, but I'm getting my guns mixed up. It's old age.
It's typical Browning design. Use 5 parts where one can do.
Well, yeah,
maybe not so much.
Well, Browning was. I mean, let's put it this way, okay? John Moses Browning was out there doing things that nobody had ever done.
Mm-hmm.
He was inventing these things from the dirt up, from his own concept. So, it's a lot easier to come by later and say, well, we could change this and we could make this cheaper by doing this and eliminating that part and having this part do both of them. It's a little different when you're God and you're creating instead of just copying and making it better. So I kind of, Browning was a genius. He thought of this stuff up from scratch before anyone else had, and he made it work.
Yeah, and the amount of designs out there that are his.
Yes. Any
still used today.
Yeah, any semi-automatic is a balancing act between the power it takes to operate it and making sure you have enough spring to close it and pick up the next round and lock it into battery, and not so much spring that when you shoot it, it comes back and it ejects the old cartridge, picks up the new one, and doesn't cock the hammer. It's I have one of those in the shop. That's why he's laughing. We had it out yesterday. I've worked on it twice and it still isn't working. I haven't got that balance right yet. But it does exactly that. So anyway, it's always a balancing act, and he designed all those parts to work together,
mm-hmm.
to do what they're supposed to do, and to be reliable and work every time. I think John Browning was probably smarter than I am.
Maybe.
On his worst day.
On his worst day. We got some nice wood checkered grips here. What was your experience shooting it? I went out and shot it yesterday. Put 2.5 magazines through it. They hold 9 rounds. So that's nice. It's a 9 round instead of a 6 or something like that. So you've got some capacity there. So you can really be a little napped in it. Pink, 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 pink.
It's a girl gun. Pink, pink, pink. It doesn't go blue, blue, blue. Or maybe it goes blue, pink, blue, pink.
And maybe it was the ammo I was running. I was running Winchester White Box. I was having a few feeding issues with it. Guns of this age, I kind of expect it from them.
Well, in all honesty, I haven't shot very many more rounds than you have. I put a couple of magazines through it with reloads. So, I didn't have any. Of course, if I remember correctly, the reloads I used were a heavier bullet. They weren't the normal 32 ACP 110 grain round nose. I think I had something a little heavier than that.
So it may prefer a little hotter.
So yeah, I didn't have the either the feeding problems or the feed problems. That's feeding problems.
Yeah, feeding
problems you had. But it was possibly because I was shooting a heavier bullet and it was a hand load.
Okay.
So, I only put, I think, 2 shovels full of bullseye in the case. And
only 2.
Yeah, only two. If you know anything about bullseye and the size of a 32 case, it was a really tiny shovel.
I don't know. I was impressed with the accuracy. It was a pleasant gun to shoot.
It's a pleasant gun to shoot.
The point's decent. I had no issues there.
It reminds me, in a way, of the 1903 Colt. Don't say that, Paul. 1903 Colt cost several times with this one. But, they're both 32s. They're both John Browning designs. The only thing I really didn't much care for this is that this grip safety hinges on the bottom.
Okay.
And you really, to me, I have to hold it tighter than I really want to hold it
have to
make it work.
Yep.
Where with the 1911, of course, it's hinged on the top, and you've got a lot more meat on it, and you can put a little bump on there, and you know, and to me, this is a harder gun to activate. In other words, to activate the safety or deactivate the safety.
Well, yeah, it's a fun little gun.
Yeah.
Fun little planker, fun to take out. Fun in the respect of, you know, shooting some history.
Yeah.
This has been around for quite a while, at least the 40s if it's got Waffen amps on it.
Yeah. And, you know, they're a nice little gun. Again, it's more of a pocket gun than anything else.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm kind of into World War II stuff. So World War II Nazi, I always enjoy being able to shoot something from the war my father was in. Now I'm 73. My dad's been gone a long time. But Dad was in 3rd Army with Patton in armored reconnaissance. And, you know, he was in the nasty stuff.
Yeah.
From the Battle of the Bulge till the end of the war. He was sitting in Germany waiting for them to relocate him for the invasion of Japan.
All right, well, I thought we'd take this out. Well, I've rolled in some shooting footage of this, so fun gun to shoot. This 45 Alpha Charlie Papa channel.
But you only put a shooting video of you.
Yeah, I know.
You didn't take any shooting video of me.
You didn't want to shoot. He didn't want to shoot.
You didn't even ask me.
He was tired and cold. and I'm
ugly.
old.
And ugly.
Stop by the t-shirt shop. We've got t-shirts like this one. This one's Give Cancer Both Barrels. It's a little bit more feminine for that lady in your life. You know, it's not all about you, you big lug. And then we've got the 45
lady
Alpha
in your life.
Yes.
If she looks like that.
And we've got the 45 Alpha Charlie Papa shirts, and there's a few other designs on there also. Link will be down below in the description.
And none of them are mine.
And none of them are yours. Well, they won't print yours.
Well, I know, but there's still none of them are mine.
This is 45 Alpha Charlie Papa channel.
And the old singing gunsmith.
And as always with the old singing gunsmith, he's got to sing some kind of trail song.
I do?
Although he sang the beginning of the video.
At this one? Oh, yeah, I did sing it.
Yeah,
but it wasn't necessarily a trail song.
A trail song or a song or something, you know. What sports your fancy?
All day I face a barren waste without the taste of
water.
Scotch.
And water.
And water. Scotch and water.
This is 45 Alpha Charlie Papa channel, and we're out.
Happy trails.
This video has been edited for YouTube. To see the full director's cut, check us out on full30.com and Patreon.